With reaction, Arizona Attorney General Mark Brnovich, along with Fox News contributor Sarah Carter. Sarah, you've been reporting for us at the border. This is not the first time I've heard about these, quote, rape trees. Have you seen them? How common is this? How common is rape when people take that perilous journey that they've been taking and these caravans are out there led by these human traffickers?
You know, Sean, when you were talking to Matt Finn and you were talking about the story of the 10-year-old girl, I was thinking to myself how many young girls I've spoken to when I've been out there on the border. So many young girls, some as young as 6 years old, 7 years old. I remember being in Guatemala and they removed a group of young girls that they had found that were moving in a caravan towards the United States. And they realized that all these young girls, 7, 6, 8 years old, weren't with any guardians at all. And unfortunately, some of them had been sexually abused and physically abused. So we're seeing this more and more. It's becoming more and more common. And because of Biden's border policy, this unbelievable policy that actually invites chaos, invites this kind of emboldening of the cartels and the human traffickers, we're seeing the traffickers go far beyond what we've ever really seen at the border. So Senator Cruz is right on target. We're seeing, like, for example, in March, some of the drug cartels that were on the U.S.-Mexico border here in Texas literally got out some of the members of a vehicle and began pointing automatic rifles at DPS helicopters up in the air. They're not afraid. Why are they not afraid? Because they're not going to pay a price for it. And Sean, I can tell you, it is the most vulnerable. And this year we're expecting 169,000 plus unaccompanied minors coming into the United States.
Unbelievable.
And that's tragic.
Mr. Attorney General, and I know you're in the middle of your Senate campaign and you got a big primary coming up. You have talked to me often about how bad this is. How bad is it on the human trafficking side? How common are these rapes taking place?
It's terrible. And you and I have spoken about this, Sean. We are running out of words and adjectives to describe what Joe Biden is doing. But everyone listening tonight should make no mistake. Murderers, rapists are being enabled because Joe Biden will not do his job. He has decriminalized people breaking the law, and he's incentivized people coming into this country illegally. The cartels have seized operational control, Sean. They're not only making a bunch of money, but they're flooding drugs, fentanyl into this country that's being made in China and processed or driven across our border. So we are paying the cost in so many ways, and it just breaks my heart. I'm a first-generation American. I'm doing everything I can in the courtroom, but shame on Joe Biden, shame on Kamala Harris, shame on Secretary Mayorkas, who needs to be impeached for letting this happen. We are all less safe as Americans, and I'm doing everything I can to stop it.
Arizona needs to join Texas and Florida. Forget about Delaware. Every illegal immigrant should be put on a bus and sent to Muriel Bowser and Joe Biden. That's where they belong. They're the ones that are aiding and abetting the lawbreaking. They should be responsible for the people that they've assisted to illegally enter our country. All right. Thank you both. We appreciate those reports. Now, coming up.